Did you know that Seoul has over 400 different neighborhoods? It might sound crazy, but I want to explore all of them. With today's neighborhood Sinchon-dong and Changcheon-dong, where we can find one of Seoul's Sky Universities, Yonsei. This time I want to see the neighborhoods through the eyes of a Yonsei graduate student. What is it like to live a Sky life?
It's time for another Sky University exploration.
The best one.
Oh, the best one. Here we go already. 연세대학교, as you can see from the gate.
Yes.
And I'm here with Kelsey,
Hi guys.
a fellow YouTuber.
By the way, right now this road we're walking, this is like the main road. So Yonsei was like a planned university, a planned city structure vibe. You know, like Canberra in Australia,
Right.
It's planned. So when you see it, there's like main roads and then it's accessible and efficient. So same with Yonsei. This main road, there are buildings to the side of it.
So what's up with all the banners?
So it's February now, which means that it was graduation season. So the school is sort of making it the graduation vibe. For example, when I graduate, my friends would make a banner to like say, hey, Kelsey's graduating.
No way.
And it's almost like a meme. You know, they make a meme from your face. So these are all individual students that graduated this year.
So here we have like Min Seok-young, who did what?
Congratulations,
shut up.
Min-seok, for graduating. They're saying like, you're graduating at 29. And then they're like also roasting him that he doesn't have a security job yet.
Was your banner here when you graduated?
No.
No?
I don't have friends.
Where are your friends?
I don't have
Come on. Where are your friends?
So Yonsei actually used to be 연세대학교, so Yonsei University, right? So it started off like way back, almost like Joseon Gojong area. And then also during Gojong, he made this hospital area, which then turned into Severance, as you know now. So 연세대학교 and then Severance became Yonsei. Both 연세대학교 and Severance was founded with the help of missionaries.
Which missionary you will see later. But first, let's go underground, where I want to ask Kelsey if she's proud to be a Sky University student. One of the most prestigious unis in Korea, Yonsei. One would expect the student to be proud, right?
I like the underground place because there's less students here. It's very clean, actually. It's like a hotel lobby. There's the Yonsei souvenir shop.
Are you a proud Yonsei student?
In some part, I am proud because it was very hard to get to this place and earn a seat here. But then in the other part, I feel very nihilistic because I feel like it doesn't really guarantee much. Sky University, like the prestigious university, has been the system. You get in here, you secure a job, and then your life is somewhat accounted for. That used to be the thing, but from my generation, it doesn't really account for anything. You know, I graduated here. I'm a full-time YouTuber. You know, a person who didn't go to college can be a YouTuber. Every student that comes to Yonsei, it's not an overstatement to say that the parents of each student invested at least 200,000, 300,000 USD on private education just to go to this university, Sky University, that only has name value in Korea. Like you go to US, Canada, try to get a job, they're like, Yonsei, you know?
You're there in America with your Yonsei sweater and they're like, what are you wearing?
That's cute.
Yonsei campus ground is huge, around 245 acres, or 991,480 square meters, something I never realized. For this reason, Yonsei has its own shuttle bus on campus alone. Accessible through the basement, we decided to take the bus up the hill to the building where Kelsey studied international relations. I was shocked by the beauty of the older building.
So this is actually the building that I took most of my classes in.
Oh, this one.
Yep. So Underwood is pronounced Underwood, so it's Underwood International College. So Underwood is the missionary guy, the name of that guy. Hikers not allowed.
No way.
It literally says.
Look, what a nice park.
So like the engineering department, like students, they're jealous because we have nice building. This is where Bang Ki-moon's office is.
I know they call you chickens. How do you call Koryo?
Oh, kittens.
Oh, kittens?
So they're tigers, right? Their mascot is a tiger. So we downgraded to a kitten, and our mascot is an eagle. So they downgraded to a chicken. Why do I think Yonsei is better?
Makes sense.
First, our campus is prettier. First, I think we have better alumni. You know the guy that filmed Parasite? He's from Yonsei.
I know.
Yeah.
He's my favorite film producer.
Yeah, me too.
I love him.
As I said, the Yonsei historic buildings are beautiful. Even more so in summer, when the ivy plants color green. You can enjoy the aesthetics, the surrounding nature, or the building stories. Just don't bother Ban Ki-moon in his office.
So there's a lot of school cats at the campus, and we actually have student clubs that care for these cats. All the cats have a name. We have an Instagram page for Yonsei school cats. We take pictures and then we update like where they are. So if you see follow the stories, like Kitty is on this building today, and then people are like, yeah, I saw Kitty here too.
You guys have too much time here, you young students. You make kitty catty Instagram pages.
We make merch. We make stickers with the cat. There's like 8 popular cats, right? And then we make stickers. I have one on my laptop. We like them more than the Yonsei Eagle.
So the founder, Horace Grant Underwood, has earned himself a statue in front of the main building.
We asked the professors, why did you make the statue so small? Because it doesn't feel magnificent, and it's supposed to feel magnificent. And their answer is, he was actually quite small.
I believe like Napoleon and all those leaders were small too, but the statues were still
kings.
big.
Yeah.
So there he is,
Yeah, that's Mr. Underwood.
the small little big Underwood.
Small in size but a popular photo destination, together with the eagle mascot. It is the 3rd Underwood statue, first removed by the Japanese, then destroyed during the Korean War, except for the podium it was on. That's why you can still find bullet holes. And then it was raised again in 1955.
So now we're going into Changcheon-dong. Changcheon-dong.
Changcheon-dong.
Yeah, and that's where most Yonsei students, also AWA students, like pretty much all the universities around here, they come here to drink, right?
Yes,
Hot
like
place.
we have a saying, if you go on the roof of the building, you throw a rock, and it would be a Yonsei student or a UA student who get hit by the rock.
Today we technically cover 2 dongs, Sinchon-dong and Changcheon-dong. Both I consider the playground of Yonsei students. And now we've seen one face, the university itself. It's time to show you the other face as well.
Would you say it's like a hunting area? Yeah, right?
Yeah, oh my god. There's this tamotori. It's like a chain of a restaurant slash bar. Specializes in hunting for Yonsei and Ewha students. So if you're a Yonsei Ewha students, there are 7 tamotori chain. There's tamotori 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The guy's a genius, and you go there specifically to hunt other students. And once I went to
A hunting place of such a skill means only one thing. A motel area can't be far away.
So the Bermuda Triangle is a term used to describe this motel area. So we call it a Bermuda Triangle, like in the ocean, right?
Right.
The Bermuda Triangle, ships go in there and disappear because of mysterious reasons. Same in this Sinchon Bermuda Triangle. Couples would come here to this motel area and just mysteriously disappear.
Disappear.
I wonder why.
And now you go into an alley like this,
Yeah.
and then a cute
the-
little name like Cindy Hotel, but it's not in a cute street at all.
No, it's not cute. It's very sort of slummy, post-apocalyptic vibe here. So it's not a romantic vibe at all.
And what about this place? Look at this, like
Wow.
the Crux, a nice entrance. And it's not only this street, by the way. Apparently a really big
Whole hub.
triangle. Look at these stairs. Everything looks old and dirty.
Yeah.
Not far from all of this is the Baramsan Oreni Kongwon, a lovely retreat from the hunt, and a place I wish I had known before, because check this out.
Oh yeah, wow.
It's nice.
It is nice.
Maybe you want to know that in 2012, a college student was murdered here. The student was killed with a knife and a metal rod. But before we get off track, let's return to the Yonsei campus, where I was lucky to meet the Yonsei cheering team.
It's like a bunch of Yonsei students, and we're like, that's all we do.
How did you get into Yonsei?
Well, I got in here by taking some kind of an essay test.
This brings us to the last point. How to get into Yonsei. A more conflicting matter than I ever thought.
Sky University very competitive. Everyone want to get here because part of Korea's societal problem, you don't earn a lot of money or like respect by having a craft or a skill. So everyone wants to be fucking academic. There's limited spaces here, and one of the ways to get accepted is to have a high Korean SAT score. One day, one test, score from top to bottom, only 10 students come in like that. The other way is they have a special skills students. So if you are really fucking good at English, like me, you can take the essay test at Yonsei. So instead of taking the Korean SAT test, Korean SAT you have to study for like 6-7 subjects, and it's very hard. Like the amount of you need to like get 100 out of 10, 100
Wow.
to get into Yonsei. It's very hard. But the essay is like easier, they think, because it's not about memorization. It's about logic and like persuasion. I think that's more valuable personally, maybe because I got in that way. So there's that method. And for that method, a lot of Yonsei students don't like the students that got in that method by writing an English essay. Because, well, not only English essay, but English interview and like your high school scores. So it's not easy. But since the Korean SAT is so hard and they've been so tortured needlessly, they throw that frustration onto us. They're like, oh, you don't deserve a place here. You're just rich mom and dad paid for you to go live overseas. So you're good at English. And then you just write your little essay, stupid essay, and then you're on a spot here. Whereas I studied 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day, had no childhood, and I earned my right. That's the mindset.
I had a lovely time at Yonsei, and seeing it through the eyes of a graduate student is something I can only do sometimes. As I said before, both dongs are the playground for Yonsei University students. Next time, revisit Sinchon-dong. You know, the dong with the great flea market. Welcome to my dong. Houdoe!